Hello my dear children, welcome to a brand new chapter 7, Getting to Know Plants. Children, when you look around yourself, you may see different types of thick greenery around you, right? Of course, the different types of plants around you having different shape, different structure, different color. You may see plants of like a small green grassy one plant with the flowering plants, non-flowering plants, and some with a huge tall tree like green sequoia tree. Yeah, different varieties of plants exist around us. We may classify plants depending upon the thickness of the stem and the origin of their branches into three main classifications, namely herbs, shrubs and the trees. Herbs are the green plants. They have very thin and delicate stem. They have no branching at all. Of course, they have few branches, but not that much branching as in the case of the shrubs. Shrubs is another kind of a plant having lots and lots of branching starting from the very base of the stem. They have thick and hard branches for them, and these branches can be seen at the very top end of the stem. Here in the picture you can see another two different types of plants. We call them as the creepers and the climbers. Creepers are the plants having soft, weak and green stem. They cannot stand on their own, so they spread on the ground like the watermelon and the pumpkin. Whereas in climbers, they also have the soft and weak stem, but instead of spreading on the ground, they get a support of nearby object to climb up. Cucumber, bean, grapevine are some climbers. Now let's study more about the stem. Stems are said to be the backbone of a plant. They transport various water and minerals from the bottom of the plant to different parts of the plant, especially to the leaf for the food synthesis. The stem bears branches, fruits, leaf and many more. It supports the whole plant. Roots function is to just absorb the water and minerals from the soil, while the pumping action of the water and minerals together we call them as sap. Sap means a collection of a mixture of water and the solutes. So the pushing or the pumping of the sap from the root to different parts of the plant body is done by the stem. Moving to the leaves. Leaves are said to be the food factory of the plant, in fact the kitchen of the plant. Mostly leaves are in green color due to the presence of specialized pigment, a protein in them called chlorophyll, which has the ability to harness sunlight. Just like our solar panel harnessing sunlight, the chlorophyll function is to harness or to grab sunlight to perform a special mechanism called photosynthesis. So like I told you, the leaf performs two crucial functions, two vital functions. One is transpiration, the other is the photosynthesis. Transpiration is the process of release of excess water from the plant in the form of water vapor through an opening at the bottom of the leaf called stomata to the exterior. So in other words, transpiration is the process of removal of excess water in the form of water vapor through stomata. Again, transpiration does the two crucial functions. As a result of transpiration, the plant is getting a cooling sensation so that the plant is not getting warmed up and hence not getting destroyed. The second function is that during transpiration, the sap from the soil is getting transported to different parts of the plant body. You study this mechanism in class 10 in more detail. And the second crucial function played by the leaf is of course the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photo means the light and synthesis means to prepare, to synthesize or to combine everything. You might have learned photosynthesis in the smaller classes. Yes, exactly. During photosynthesis, plants, they combine carbon dioxide and the water to prepare carbohydrate and oxygen. So you may say that as a result of photosynthesis, plants can support the food, or the plants support the whole organisms in the world by providing food, as well as they gives us the fresh oxygen. Now let's look at the different parts of the leaf. Petiole. This is a thick stalk via which the leaf is joined to the plant. This is the lamina, which is the most expelled part or the greenish portion of any leaf, which is responsible for the photosynthesis. Here you can see fiber like structure. They are the veins. They are the lines that run through the surface of the leaf. The design made by them is called the leaf venation. Their function is to transport sap for the leaf. This is midrib, the most central and the prominent thick structure right in the middle of the leaf that help to support the leaf and prevent it from breaking. Depending upon the type of veins or the venation present in the leaf, you can classify the leaves as two. One is the reticulate venation and the parallel venation. Reticulate means fiber or network like structure. So in reticulate venation, the veins are seen as a fiber like or an expanded structure. In reticulate venation, the veins form a net like shape on the either side of the midrib. While in parallel venation, the veins run parallel to each other. Moving to the roots. Root is one of the most crucial component of the plant. Without a proper rooting mechanism, the plant is unable to grow, unable to survive. Roots perform three main functions in the plants. Firstly, the roots absorb the sap from the soil. Later, it is transported to different parts of the plant body through a long pipe-like structure present inside the stem. Hence, the first function is the absorption of sap from the soil. Secondly, root performs the function of anchorage. Through its widespread roots, plants can firmly fix to the soil, due to which plants get an uproot position in the soil surface. And finally, root performs like a storage organ for the plant. Here in the screen you can see the difference between taproot and fibrous root. In taproot system, there is one prominent and long root and a bunch of smaller roots that grow from the main root. They are called as a lateral roots. While in fibrous root, a group of similar sized root emerges from the base of the plant. They do not have a main root. Carrot, turnip, gram are some examples of the plant having tap root system, whereas banana, onion, bamboos all are monocots. They have the fibrous root systems. Finally, its flower. Flower is the most attractive and beautiful seed bearing part of a plant. They are seen at the very tip of the stem. There are four different parts for a flower, namely sepals, petals, stamen and the pistil. Sepals are the greenish leaf-like structure seen at the very base of the flower. The collection of sepals are called calyx. Calyx function is to protect the flower at its bud stage. Next is the petals. Petals are the most colored and attractive part of the flower. Its function is to attract the pollinators, the insects, for the pollination. The collection of petals are called corolla. Next is a stamen. Is the male reproductive part. Stamen, male reproductive part of the flower. The stamen will be visible only if you remove the sepal and petal from the flower. Stamen's function is to produce the male gametes, the male sex cells for the flower. Again, stamen has two main parts. One is the anther and the style. Anther's function is to produce the male gamete or the male sex cells. Moving to the most innermost part of the flower, it is the pistil, also called as the carpels. Each carpel has three main regions: stigma, the top portion, then comes the stalk-like structure called style, and the swollen region called ovary. Inside the ovary is the ovule or the female gamete. So dear children, that's it from this chapter. I will come up with a new chapter soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.